I love Small Business Saturday. It just, you find things that you really just, you can't find it when you're, like shopping online.
True, exactly. And I mean, I'm sure you can get some pretty good deals at the same time, too.
Right.
Going to be a really busy weekend. I mean,
how is the weekend going to look?
I know, right? I mean, a lot of busy weekend as far as everything else besides the weather. But yeah, the weather, too. Going to keep us quite busy, as we do expect multiple systems to come through over the next few days. And we got one coming through right now that's put down close to an inch now, getting closer to that at least, up around Bellingham, ½ an inch in Quileute, closer to 1/3 of an inch in Bremerton, sorry. And this is still making its way farther south. So this system is going to continue to pile up some of the totals that you have here across parts of Central and South Sound as we go on into the afternoon. The weekend forecast looking like it's going to be chilly. We'll see highs in the mid to upper 40s, some chances of rain kind of here and there. Now we'll see the first wave start to head on out of here later this evening. Then we'll have another wave come through later into the day tomorrow. And at the same time, too, you can see those highs continuing to drop as we go on into Monday, Tuesday, all the way down to 39 degrees. Wednesday up around 41. And it's really going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, and heading into next Thursday. That's going to be a really key point in our forecast that we're going to keep an eye on things for. With that colder air, some moisture around, even here in the lowlands, we could be talking about some wintry weather. But right now, looking at Payne Field, you can see live up in Everett, skies cloudy, gloomy, definitely a lot more wet than what we had yesterday, with beautiful sunshine around for our Thanksgiving. Now, I wanted to show you the difference from what's happening here at Stevens Pass. As you can see, those snowflakes, they're right here and there. They're falling up across the pass there. So it's going to be a little more of a dicey go about it if you're traveling across Stevens or White Pass today, as opposed to what you're going to see here at Snoqualmie Pass. As snow levels are going to come down, we'll start to eventually see some of that snow pick up there too. But for the most part, it's been wet for a lot of the day. And if you are traveling, best chances is that if you are traveling, getting across I-90 here throughout the daytime hours, your best bet, or either early into the day for tomorrow. Right now, we're sitting at 43 in Seattle. Those skies are cloudy and they are wet, with the rain falling. Kind of breezy, winds coming in at 20 miles per hour. Mid-40s in Bremerton. We're at 45 in Olympia. Mid-40s up around Bellingham, and they're right now at 45 in Mount Vernon. So temperatures not ranging too much or too widely from where you're seeing some spots here and there. The rain, as it's moving south, it is starting to pick up with intensity here closer to areas over the Kitsap Peninsula. Seeing some of that even as you get closer to areas such as Paulsville too. But as we look right here, looks like in between Seattle and Everett, more over shoreline, and then getting closer to Sammamish, even Redmond, possibly noticing some really heavy rain coming through right now. Now that's heading up into the mountains. So again, Stevens Pass, really seeing the snow starting to come down. Farther south, you're seeing the rain moving on up into parts of the South Cascades. Rain more light to moderate here around Olympia and Lacey up towards Tacoma, but that will start to pick up a little more too. We'll see things start to pick up more as far as the snow as we go later on into the weekend with our second system that's going to have a lot more cold air to deal with. Snow levels above 1,500 feet, snow amounts around 10 to 20, and this winter storm watch goes in effect starting up at 10 p.m. tomorrow night, and then will last until 10 a.m. on Friday. So what does that mean? So if you are trying to travel here across the passes, best time here anytime during the daytime hours for today. Best time early into the morning or into the mid part of the afternoon. Then things start to go downhill with more of the snow starting to come in, and then you'll have to wait probably until the latter part of the day on Sunday before that will start to work its way on by. So this pushes on by. You can see things quieting down here into the evening. We go into tonight, 8:30, partly cloudy skies, into tomorrow morning, still rather dry. Tomorrow afternoon, seeing things starting to fill in a little more with this system coming on by. Not a big rain producer for the lowlands, but it is going to really start to put down some of the snow, and then you'll see two distinct, more convergent bands that are going to be starting to pick up there, and those convergence zones will stick around for a little while heading into Sunday. Amounts of rain, 1/4 of an inch to maybe a ½ an inch around parts of western Washington, and then the snow is going to start to pick up a lot more as we head on into that Sunday time frame. You can see that 10 to 20 inches, possibly even more up around Mount Baker ahead. Highs falling back down, as I mentioned, later next week. The lowlands start to get a little more interesting. Highs cool enough that we could support some snow in the lowlands, especially as we get into Wednesday and Thursday. We'll have to keep an eye on things there.